Good evening, everyone. Gimana hari minggunya, hari terakhir liburnya gimana nih? Apakah kalian sudah siap untuk menghadapi Senin besok? Aku ingin mencari emot yang dinosaurus. Gimana ya dinosaurus berdansa itu? Enggak. Oke. Let's go. Oh, baru sampai sini sudah tidak suka. Ini pecah yang bolong ya, bukan pecah yang enggak. Pecah bolong tuh udah selesai. Pecah yang nyala ini apa ya? Pokoknya berarti masih ada yang belum selesai atau belum dikerjakan gitu. A nice thought. Yeah, I need that. Thanks. Despite having obtained the curse of counting clevers, Haruo Shigima is determined to use the right of resurrection by stealing the remaining curse stones. To instruct a private investigator later to find the other curse bearers. Yes. Reason dari mana nih? Start from conversation on the bridge. Little recap. Harusnya tadi mah dari ini ya, dari story chat. Jadi kemarin kita main ini. Kita Tetsuya Susumi sama Yakult Sakazaki. Di sini kita tahu ternyata Susumi-san, dia itu ternyata kayaknya mantan sih sebenarnya, mantan anggota Paranormal Affair Bureau di Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department. Jadi itu kayak secret agency di kepolisian gitu. Dan dulu dia sempat ada bagian dari biro itu, biro Paranormal Affair itu. Cuma sekarang dia udah pindah ke apa ya, first investigative division. Ya, jadi kayak itu dia jadi kayak udah biasa menghandle kasus-kasus yang berhubungan dengan paranormal gitu deh. Nah, terus ditanya setelah dia dapetin Curse Echo, dia langsung hubungin ini kan Paranormal Affair Bureau itu, tapi ternyata mereka lagi pada sibuk nih, kayak kita semua lagi pada sibuk, tolong tangani dulu gitu, kami baru bisa ke sana itu besok malam kayak gitu ceritanya. Jadi kayak ya mau nggak mau dia harus kerja sendiri, gak sendiri sih, dia harus mengajak Jun dari anak buahnya Dewi untuk lembur semalaman. Terus kita udah dapetin di sini personnya Namigaki sama Araishi Sensei ya. Dia itu historian yang nemuin records of fate, bukan nemuin, rediscover gitu lah. Jadi kayak dia menemukan buku lama gitu, bukan dia nulis ya. Nah terus kayak setelah dia menemukan buku itu, Dia nulis tentang penemuan dia gitu kan, tentang apa sih isinya buku itu, dia bikin presentasi gitu lah. Ah, hello, bro, welcome. Aku lagi recap yang kemarin. Ini udah sampai sini nih. Saya waktu Susumi-san ngambil kerstonnya Araishi Sensei. Pas banget aku baru sampai rumah. Wah, oh iya, board game ya, gimana, seru nggak? Aku aku juga baru sampai rumah. Langsung ini, langsung buka ini. Nah, terus habis dari situ ini rute yang menyesalkan sekali ya. Habis main board game apa aja yang dimainin? Aku ya tahu board game tuh cuma Monopoly dong. Selain itu kayaknya kurang tahu banyak deh. Tapi kalau ngeliat orang kayaknya seru gitu. Kapan-kapan pasti aku pengen coba. Ini seperti aku kemarin kan main board game kan, Ouija, bukan Ouija, Kokurisan ya. Spirit board. Ini board game atau bukan? Jadi karena dia pengen tahu kebenaran ceritanya kan childhood friend dia, teman sekelas dia namanya Michio, itu bunuh diri kan ya, mati karena bunuh diri. Oh iya masuk board game, waduh serem juga. Ini dia main board game malam-malam di sekolah. Ini Michio yang katanya mati karena bunuh diri, loncat dari apartemen, gedung apartemen gitu, tapi setelah si Yako sama Mio itu eee, nanya gitu kan pakai Ouija itu spirit board, kayak emang bener dia itu matinya karena apa namanya, bunuh diri. Ternyata kata si spiritnya enggak, dia nggak bunuh diri gitu kan, itu kecelakaan katanya. Tapi si spiritnya itu sendiri nggak tahu kecelakaannya itu apa gitu, dia cuma tahu kecelakaannya yang jelas bukan, dia nggak sengaja jatuh dari gedung itu. Nah, terus akhirnya si Yako kan kayak, wah berarti kalau itu kecelakaan, berarti sebenarnya dia nggak mau mati dong gitu. Ayo kita bangkitkan gitu kan. Momen dia mikir kayak gitu, akhirnya dia dapet ini, Stone-nya Force Procession, dimana kayak dia bisa membunuh orang dengan cara bikin orang itu tuh mendengar suara musik yang diproduksi sama Curse Echo dia selama 30 detik. Uh, dan juga Yakonya nggak boleh kelihatan ada di situ. Nah, terus kayak ternyata pas lagi ngobrolin tentang Keystone itu sama Red of Resurrection dengan si Mio gitu kan, dia kayak psychic gitu. Ternyata dia kerja di ini ya, di polisi juga, sama polisi. Berarti dia kenal nih sama si Cumi kan. Pokoknya mereka lagi ngobrol-ngobrol gitu, terus tiba-tiba mereka diserang sama salah satu bearer lain yang belum tahu siapa gitu kan, yang itu yang adegan dimana tiba-tiba kelasnya jadi gelap banget terus kita nyariin Mio sampai nangis-nangis nggak ketemu-ketemu. Ah, ya udah terus udah ketemu sama Mio nya, mereka kabur lah dari, mau kabur dari sekolah. Terus mereka melihat ini ya, Hitomi sama guru mereka itu berduaan di kelas itu malam-malam, nggak tahu lagi ngapain. Tapi kayaknya aku tahu gitu, karena si aku langsung marah banget kan, kayak wah orangnya itu berulah lagi tuh si Kohei gitu kan, I have to kill him. Akhirnya untung aja dicegat kan sama Mio, enggak jangan-jangan, ayo kita pergi sekarang juga. Terus mereka pergi dan kayaknya ya itu tuh sebenarnya bukan hantu ya yang muncul di sebelah kanan itu, yang apa sih, ada bayangan di sampingnya Yako pas kita lagi mau pergi itu. Itu tuh ternyata keris ekonya seseorang ya kayaknya. Ini sekarang kita tinggal, kira-kira pilih siapa nih? Kohe kah? Atau janitor? Kayaknya janitornya sih. I have a feeling this guy have a curse echo karena kemungkinan besar dia adalah ex serial killer yang udah keluar dari penjara kan. Ya udah terus akhirnya berhasil kabur sih ya kok balik ke rumah tapi dia belum ketemu lagi sama Mio. Kayak mereka memutuskan untuk kayak pisah aja dulu nanti ketemuannya lagi besok. Ini kita lanjut yang ini Haruwe. Ini dia kan akhirnya dia ngomong ke Ritter kalau dia punya Karseko. Akhirnya Ritter nyaranin kayak gak usah bunuh tapi kayak curi aja keristan orang lain gitu kan. Kalau misalkan si Haruenya mau nanti Ritter bakal bantuin. Akhirnya dibantuin tuh sama Ritter buat nyari curse bearer lain kayak gitu. Itu untuk malam hari. Nanti kalau siangnya baru mereka mau investigasi tentang penculikan dan pembunuhan si anaknya Haruwe. Cuma ternyata kayak mungkin salah satu saksi mereka si Michio itu yang mungkin tahu kemana si Shuichi anaknya Haruwe pergi, dia ternyata kan udah mati bunuh diri. Jadi kayak di sini mereka lagi ngobrolin apa yang harus dilakukan selanjutnya. Oh my god, ini juga serem sih sebenarnya. Semuanya serem, semuanya aja serem. Tapi kayaknya mau gimana pun itu yang serem ya. Aku merasa kayaknya bagian Sushimi-san itu tuh paling gak serem karena kayak entahlah dia tuh sangat dependable aja. Jadi kayak apapun yang terjadi kayaknya dia nggak akan mati lah istilahnya. Semoga jadinya nggak serem-serem banget. Tapi kalau bagian Haru ya bagian Yako itu aku kayak udah langsung jantungan. So, what next? The big question now is what the rest of the Cosby are up to. Luckily, the Sumida River is a good distance from any of the 7 mysteries. It's unlikely the other Cosby will come all the way here. Can't finally have a moment to think. I see. Alright. Oh, baru dibilang. Moment. Excuse me. Hmm? Oh, jangan. Masa aku yang suruh nengok sendiri sih? Kelihatan yang bener aja kamu. Been a while since someone spoke me like that. Is that a woman's voice? Who could it be? Aku nggak mau nengok. That girl gives me the creeps. What's her deal? Wah. Terus jangan jump scare, please. Jangan jump scare. Anything but a jump scare, please. Hah? Wow. Jauh itu. Heh, ini kan yang sama Namigaki ya? Yang waktu Namigaki mati dibunuh Okie, terus dia langsung pergi meninggalkan si Namigaki sendiri. Where did she come from? It's like she appeared out of nowhere. I didn't mean to startle you. I'm terribly sorry if I've gotten the wrong people, but would you happen to be conspirators? Sumpah yang kayak gini ini tuh yang ini unpredictable dan menyeramkan. Conspirators? What's that then? It means someone who's gathering souls for the rite of resurrection. You have heard of the rite of resurrection, haven't you? Everybody's talking about it. Color me intrigued. Care to tell me more, Miss? What is your name again? Oh, who's silly me? I'm Ayame Tono. Ayame Tono. University student. Is Namigaki also a university student? Mana Namigaki? Oh iya, Uh, she says her name is Ayame. I guess she's around 20. Around 20. She must be brave walking around this lake. Or maybe there's more to it. Yeah, I think she's dangerous, I don't know why. She certainly had no reservations telling us about the rate of the seduction. Maybe we were keeping an eye on her. She could be trouble. There's more to the right of there's more to the right of resurrection than meets the eye, you see. Oh, so the best way to collect soul drugs is to kill other cosbearers. And that's about the size of it. I hope it wasn't too much to follow. No, I think I got the gist. Funny old world we live in, huh? So, are you saying you're one of these curse brothers? No, well, not quite. It's complicated. I'm not, but Yutaro is. Yutaro? Leave that guy. He's, he's a loser. Yutaro, is that your boyfriend? Oh, heavens, no, it's just a friend. Okay. His full name is Yutaro Namidaki. We are, I suppose you could say, partners in crime. Funny way of putting it. Richter is hiding it well, but I can sense that he's got his guard up, okay? Would there be more to this girl than meets the eye? Richter, say something! I should ask her what her deal is. Yeah, ask her! About Yutaro Namigaki. So, where is this Yutaro now? Well, about that, he's not actually a cosplayer anymore. He's more like a former cosplayer. Oh, dia udah tahu berarti ya? Former? How so? I don't really know the details myself, but apparently he lost his crystal. Typical, right? He makes such a show of being a top student, only to flunk when it counts. Oh, Yutaro. So now I'm out here looking for girls letters myself. If you want something done right. So, what? Why? He lost it? How did he do that? I wasn't aware. I wasn't with him at the time, so I don't know exactly what happened. All I know is that he came back saying he didn't have it anymore. Although, well, it's strange that you'd drop into that out of things. Out of all things. I'm just a curious thought, that's all. Sorry if it's a touchy subject. No, I don't mind. I don't particularly care about keeping it a secret. Really? This girl doesn't have a story? Kalau emang dia nggak punya story, gila sih. Serem banget sih, kok berani banget ya? Yutaro can be a little irrational sometimes. So I have to keep a level head on my shoulders. Okay. So anyway, mind if I ask why you thought I was a cosplayer? Oh, that? I'm terribly sorry, I'm so rude. I saw the two of you out so late at night, and I suppose I made assumptions. Gotcha. Sorry if we gave you the wrong idea. Out of interest, what was your plan if we did turn out to be cosplayers? Aduh, kayak dia takut deh sama cewek ini, jadi kayak dia dari tadi diam doang. Good question, and the answer is, I was gonna ask you very nicely for your customs. Oh, because she wants a custom herself. And you thought we'd given them to you, just like that? Well, maybe not, but you know what they say, you never know until you ask. Girl, I'm scared of you. Yeah, Ayame Tono. You must really love your boyfriend if you're willing to try something that risky. No, he's not her boyfriend, just a friend. Oh goodness, no. We're just friends. My life doesn't revolve around him, you know? Okay. Anyway, you're in the cursed weather, so I'm just bothering you other night. Please ignore me. So, what are you trying to do with the Rite of Resurrection? Well, Yutaro has his own plan all laid out. I don't know if I can get behind it though. It seems, how do I put it, self-centered? Siapa ya yang mau dibangkitkan sama Yutaro? Entahlah, kayaknya dia tuh pengen banget sih Rite of Resurrection-nya. Karena waktu pas diambil sama Susumi-san, dia kayak, no, my right. Kayak super sedih gitu. I mean, if got a chance to resurrect with them, it will be a waste not to use it on someone that really matters, right? So, I was planning to steal his stone at the last second and use it for myself. Wow. Aduh, yakin yang bereaksi. Apa tadi? Well, until he lost it anyway. She's so disappointed in you, Taro. Oh, but don't tell you Taro I was going to do that, okay? I don't think he'd be happy to hear it. Of course, keeping secrets is my business. Mine? Aren't you dancing? Aduh, muka dia tuh sangat ekspresif. I love it so much. Sounds like you really have your heart set on this ride. What were you hoping to use it on? Do you promise you'll laugh? It's going to be something crazy, isn't it? Bless my heart. Well then, let me tell you my master plan. Prepare to be amazed. I'm an art student, you see, but block prints are my specialty. Ukiyo-e in particular. Wood block prints. So, you're painting using kayak a stem, wood block stem gitu. Ukiyo-e. Ukiyo-e, huh? You must be a cultured lady. Really? Do you think so? Everybody says it's strange and that's for a girl to have. You know, people often think of ukiyo-e as some inaccessible high-class art form. But that's actually totally untrue. Back in Edo period, it was the art of the masses, amusement for the common people. So when you think about it, you feel exactly the same thrills from every brushstroke as they did back then. Isn't that fascinating? Yeah, I guess. And as far as I'm concerned, the undisputed king of ukiyo-e is the one and only Hokusai. No, stop! Have you heard of him? Sure I have. He's famous. Didn't he live somewhere around here back in Edo period? He lived in Honjo? That's right. You're just as knowledgeable as you look. His 36 views of Mount Fuji are so iconic that the only ones of his most people know. 36 views? Did he paint the Mount Fuji from 36 angle? But Hokusai was so much more than just mountains and waves. That's only the teeny tiny tip of a veritable iceberg of all. Gotta admit, I only really know him from the landscape myself. No, don't worry about it. Anyone can learn. When Hokusai died at the age of 90, he left behind over 30,000 drawings. That's multiple drawings a day for 80 years. Amazing, right? So he kept on drawing right up to his old age now. Impressive. But even in his final years, he was never satisfied with his own work. His dying words were, "Should heaven afford me 5 more years, I shall finally become a true artist." Even on his deathbed, he still thought he had more to learn. Oh no! He was already the greatest painter and artist of his era. Who knows what he could have done with more time? Well, that's what I want to find out. Huh? Oh, hold on. Are you saying... Besides, he always said he wanted to move out of 100 houses, but he only made it to 93. Isn't that just tragic? Oh no. No. No, real. No way, this is going well. I think it's going. Imagine a masterpiece he could create with modern techniques. I feel all dizzy just thinking about it. You've gotta be kidding me. So, if I understand correctly, you want to use the rite of resurrection to... That's right, I want to bring Hokusai back to life. Let's give our capstone to her. Everyone, semuanya kumpulkan capstone kalian. Berikan kepada Ayame semuanya. Well, that's certainly a novel idea. Oh no! Haruwe, pasti dia bete banget nih pasti dia denger itu. Pasti dia kayak, literally kayak, I'm gonna burn this girl. That's what she's using on always. Katsushika Hokusai. Apa sih maksudnya 36 views of Mount Fuji? Why 36? Ini ceritanya ada 36 gitu sebenarnya. Ada 36 gunung di dalam gambar ini. Golden Age of Ukiyo-e. Oh iya ya, dia born in Honjo. Kusai manga. Okay. Well. Oh gosh, is that the time? I should be going. I have to get my hands on the Casvera before they break. Sorry for flagging you down or to be like that. Best of luck. Best of luck? Oh, she knows. Ayame Tonov, university student. Young woman working with Yutaro Namikage, her love for Katsushika Hokusai's ukiyo-e is so great that she withstood the Sarakim with the rite of resurrection. Man. Ayame is a clever but calculating university student who only has time for her own interests. She's making the best of a recent boom in the popularity of female university students, incited by the appearance across TV commercials and radio programs. Ayame is content to ride this trend so long as it allows her to get her hands on whatever she needs and wants in life. Well, recently Ayame has figured out that older men will fall for her if she acts a little bit stupid. She was approached by Yutaro Namigaki in town, and although she was not attracted to him, agreed to date him because his family seemed rich. So they're dating! However, she doesn't think much of him as a human being and is beginning to grumble at their relationship. I think I'm gonna like her. Well, there goes trouble. If we're going to, if we're going after the stones, we should keep an eye on her. Oh, if we can. Why do you say that? Before she left, she wished us best of luck. Got at least an inkling that Lucas matters. Why? There's a good chance we'll clash sooner or later. We're after the same thing after all. You head on back to the mansion, ma'am. Oh, hello, boy, welcome. Hello. I think I'll tell her for a while. Aku masih main Paranormal Site nih. Gimana, boy? Hari Minggunya? Liburan nggak? Kamu pasti liburannya main game ya? Aku tebak nih. Visual novel, you know. Aduh, di sini masih di Iya. Wah, ini tulisannya apa ya? Aduh, nggak kelihatan lagi. Mau yang hijau, oke. Aku akan transform jadi Miu hijau. Bentar ya.
I love your glasses. So cute.
Aku lupa lagi mencet apa. Aku dari kemarin pakai baju ini terus, jadi aku lupa gimana cara ganti baju. Bentar. Liburan di rumah aja. Jalan-jalan, Boe. Kalau keluar boros aku juga, aku mati sekali sih. Kalau kita sama, aku pokoknya keluar sebulan sekali aja deh. Soalnya kalau nggak gitu nanti habis uang jajannya. Oke, I'm ready. Pam. Ini kan yang hijau. Hmm. Jadi aku tuh mau melihat apa ya? Aku lupa. Oke, lanjut aja dulu deh. No more curses. Otherwise, excessive multiple reports about other suspecting curse bearer. Although concerned about Ayame Tono, who is apparently also after the curse stones, she entrusts Rita to continue his investigation. Okay. 3 AM. Hati-hati, 33 menit lagi kamu bahaya. Cepat masuk, cepat tidur. Huh? Back here again. I left Rita to continue looking for curse bearers and came home alone. What? I'm scared. Gak ada apa-apaan ya? That? Apa itu burung onta pakai helm? Ada ini lagi, apa sih hornnya? Oke, udah mentok-mentok. Super lah. The old shady mansion, what you built it here after the Great Kanto Flood. It's always stayed the same all these years. Even the royal impression. I never liked it growing up. I always wanted to be somewhere more modern. Wow, warrior clan. Okay. I can hear the wind rustling in the trees. It has really been enough to get all the soldiers in. But if nobody uses any more curses, I'll lose my chance to bring him back. Let's go inside. I'm too scared. Okay, that's it. Threatening phone call. Apa lagi? After persuading Araishi, the curse-bearer of the evening ever-burning lantern, to give up his stone, Suzume and Erio have obtained 3 curse stones in total. They continue the investigation of town in search of the remaining curse-bearers. 4 a.m. Roll. Roll. Where are we? Well, with this, we'll have visited every places connected to the 7 mysteries. This is the last part, huh? And we've got nothing to show for it. Oh, ini tempat aku nemu ini ya, lighter ya. Lighter penyelamatku dan juga lighter pembunuhku. Even though every last location looks suspect from top to bottom. Maybe we came at the wrong time. There might not have been any curse by us around. Looks like we'll need to do another round before morning comes then. Or maybe someone's been observing our movements. What? What? No, wait. It's just a thought. Either way, we should check out this last place. That's how we finally get a lead. This last place. Kinshi Body Park. Or beginning. Oh! Okay. Oh. Poor guy. Whoa, whoa, what the hell is this? Is he dead? Damn it, we were too late. Was this a curse too? Hang on, I'm gonna call this in. I left this to you. I'm gonna take a look around. Masa tokoh utamanya mati gimana sih? Oke. Masa poster boynya mati gimana sih? Oke. Ada-ada aja kamu. Boss, bad news. What is it? Another mysterious death was reported in the area just now. The medical unit and forensic team are on their way, but it'll be a while before they arrive. Ah, that is bad news. So they got someone else. You think this is the work of Caspero? With suspicious death popping up one after another, left us in this. Shit. Guess we'll be stuck waiting around for a while. Ini kita mau... No! Gak! Ih! Huh? Boss, that phone is ringing. Rio, I know. Rio, angkat! Yang bener aja. Ini gak enak banget sih keadaannya. Udah di situ ada Maya, tiba-tiba telepon umumnya bunyi. Aduh, not like this. Phone board seems to be ringing. I didn't even know this could visit calls. Ya, emang bisa ya nerima telepon umum. He seems distracted by the phone. Boss, the phone. What about it? It's ringing. It sure is. Aren't you going to pick it up? Huh? Why would I? Why wouldn't you? It's super suspicious. You pick it, Elio! Pick it up! Oh, give it a rest. Do you have anything better to do? Well, not exactly. Then why don't you pick it up? No, you pick it up! Elio! What's up? We'll miss it if we don't hurry. Right? They'll probably hang up soon. Are you really okay with that? You're at least a bit curious. I guess I'm a little curious. Ah, so you're one of those people. You think that if you pick up the phone too quickly, the caller will think you have nothing going on. So you deliberately let it ring a bunch of times before answering. Do people really do that? They do. I did. Miss Adams is someone who wants to give off the impression of being busier than they really are. Right? Detectives don't have time for that kind of foolishness. Then go pick it up. No, Elio, you pick it up. What is this? There's something stuck to the side of the phone. Elio, no, I'm too scared. Elio, sekali lagi, please. Nggak mati-mati ya? Fine. You leave me no choice. I'll answer it. Yeah, go, go. Oh, hold on, Elio. We don't know if that what could happen. I'll do it. Sure, it's all yours. You little. Okay, I'll answer it. Okay. Well, we better go check it out. You're right, but be careful. It could be a curse. Hey, I said we. You expect me to go alone? You're the one who's tough against this stuff. Don't worry, boss. You can do it. Go now. Elio, why are you like this? Hello? Kids about the park phone booth. Took you long enough, Sutsumi. Did no one teach you to pick up the fucking phone when it rings? Who is this? I finally got him, the real deal. Detective Sutsu. That's Sutsumi himself. Ah, wait, that's Chief Inspector Sutsumi now, isn't it? You've come a long way since we last met. I asked you to identify yourself. Man, have you forgotten already after all the time we spent together? Who? By the time that was, as I recall, I gave you quite the turn, a runaround. Wait, is this Fumichi Kanejima? What? Did you say Fumichi Kanejima? Elio, kamu nungguinnya sejauh itu? Mendekat dong! Like the one from Nejima Murders. Ding ding ding! You got it! I had a feeling that the great Chief Sutsumi would remember me. I spent 20 long years in the cell thanks to you. It was not easy. You should be thanking me. Should have given you plenty of time to think about it. The thing and atone for your sins. That it did. I've repented. My conscience is clear as a whistle. 20 years in prison doesn't even begin to make up for the shit you did. Oh my god. I don't know about that. After all, the justice system was gracious enough to grant me parole. How the hell did it get up at all? What? This is the real Fumichika Nejima. You must still have a grudge against me for arresting me. So this is the payback? Then. How did you find me? How do you know where I am? That's my favorite part, the sound of confusion in your voice. What's to die for? Oh, this is delicious. I can't get enough. I'm not telling you. Have fun letting your tiny little brains for it. Is this guy okay? What's your goal? Now, you gotta understand. I've repented, seen the light. Been a good boy since I was going to parole. Really? Gak mungkin kamu melakukan ini kalau kamu good boy. I even got myself a job. I'm real serious about walking the right path. Well, that's very nice. Keep it up. But it was no good. When the opportunity arose, it was impossible to hold myself back. Oh, dia dapat ya, bener ya. Apa itu? Gladstone. I knew I had to give you a little token of thanks, or I'd never really be able to have a fresh start. Do you get what I'm saying? No thanks. I don't need anything. You had to do all that for me. Just try to live a quiet life. Oh, it's no hassle. No hassle at all. It'll be all too easy to just kill you, to tear you apart. But that wouldn't be very satisfying. Certainly not after 20 fucking years of waiting. Oh, he's been waiting 20 years! You bet it is. I let it gnaw at me, grow inside me. I thought of nothing else. All the time, I played model prisoner, endured the harassment of those asshole girls threw at me. Oh, we got harassed. And I did it all for you, Sutsumi. Oh, thank you. I don't know. I don't know if I should be flattered or not. So please just accept my deepest and most sincere feelings. Sorry, but I'm afraid I don't feel the same way about you. Kenapa sih mereka ngomongnya gitu? Aku gak tahu harus bereaksi seperti apa. Shut up! That attitude of yours is why I'm saving you for last. What are you planning? Whatever it is, bring it on. I'm not running away. I just told you I'm not coming for you yet. Pay attention when people talk, shit. You see, this time, I want you to see you on your knees, weeping in despair, begging for mercy. Wow, oh no, I'm sorry, dear Nejima. Please forgive me. I want to live again. Please, Susume-san, you have to take this seriously, please. This is exactly why I've always hated you so much. It was really short. Do you really think that would save me? You must be crazy. Well then, we're both crazy. We've got so much in common. We should be friends. Enjoy cracking your job while you still can. I'm going to kill everyone you care about, one by one, till there's no one left. But at this point, like I'm a lone wolf. I don't have anyone left in my life. Boss? What about me? Rio udah jadi ganggu. Oh, wait, are you just trying to protect me? There's not a single person you care about? I wonder what your sweet daughter would think if she were to hear that. Oh, got you. Don't you dare! I'm warning you. Oh, very nice. This is more like it. She's living all on her own now, isn't she? Attending university and all. Such a good girl. Oh my. Don't tell me that she just happens to live in Hangzhou. What? She does? He doesn't even know. No, forget it. This isn't funny. I'm going to find you and make you pay. Ah, I love it. Keep going. I want to hear you lose your mind. It's music to my ears. Ah, look forward to chopping up your precious daughter. Chopping up your precious daughter? Maybe just like old times. Chopping up? Oh, that's because he... Oh, karena dia waktu itu membunuhnya itu yang ini kan, yang dipotong-potong pakai cutter itu kan ya? Cuma Nejima murder, Nejima murder. Juga ya, tadinya aku pikir kayaknya mungkin jangan ada hubungannya dengan what kind of crisis yang dicopot-copot, dipotong-potong. Ini jatuh. Ini hilang. Haunting Clapper. Ini udah, ini punya lagi. Ini punya Sungai Santai. Kok Natsugaru? Gak tahu ini. What was you mentioned on the one sided today? He cut the arm and leg off one side of her body. Is this the one? Maybe he have this one. One sided today. But why? Why? How? How does it work? Okay. But he said it will be just like all time, so maybe he's gonna kidnap his daughter and then chop her manually. Won't let that happen. I look forward to chopping up your precious daughter. Okay. I guess I could give you a little hint. Go on. Well, you see. I have the one-sided lead. Okay. Aku benar. Huh? You see? You have the Evergreen Beach, no? How does he know? Nejima, you're a curse bearer? You're using the power of the curse. Indeed, and not a peculiar curse it is. But that's what my hint said. God damn it, the curse echo couldn't have fallen into the water's hand. Oh, one more thing we should discuss. In fact, it's the most important thing. I thought you were finally going to shut up. I'm already sick of you, so I'll pass. Oh, but you don't want to miss this. It's the main course. What? The main course is not my daughter? I could just go after your daughter, but something tells me you'd get bored. No, I'm good. You got me real fired up. You're in my head. Well done. But this is a gift tailor-made for you. I'm going to kill all the people you swore to protect. Every last person living here? How? You couldn't. No, but with this curse of mine, I can. I'll give you until dusk. By then, I could probably get a couple of hundred people or so. And it will all be your fault. Oh, it must be so hard to know they're all dead because of you. So tragic, it must be tearing you apart. Don't fuck with me, there's no way an amateur like you could pull off a curse that strong. Unfortunately for you, I absolutely can. My curse stone is particularly strong now, which means I can have my fun without needing to hold back one bit. Almost like the Fist of Shadows was cast just for me. He knows about the Fist of Shadow. So he knows the mastermind? But also, it's surprisingly well informed about this. Who was it that tipped you off? Hmm? Who knows? Then how about I kill myself and ruin all your fun? What about that, asshole? Idiot, you didn't call it off just because you were dead. There's not any way for you. I'll find you. I'll let you get away with this, Nejima. For 12 hours. Do you really think your paltry little organization will be able to make a dent in my plans? My plans? And the sacrifice made. Oh, the sacrifice made will be heavy. Can't wait to see you sobbing with regret. And I'll never have enough subjects to pull off the rite of resurrection. I'll even have enough subjects to pull off a rite of resurrection. Oke. Okay. Jadi berarti sebenarnya dia bukan pengen rite of resurrection nggak sih? Cuma kayak he just wants to mess with Sutsumi. Wait, Nejima, you're after the... Anyway, see you around. Bye bye now. Rio, we shouldn't have picked up the phone. Okay. Boss. Rio, did you catch all that? Nejima, what is he planning? Who knows? For now, we have to find him and get him into custody. Then what to HQ? But the fact that 7 mysteries are one up in this kind of make things tricky. You mean with Nejima being a ghost parent? It's our luck, really. It could have been an awards night. Looks like his curse will be able to kill a lot of people at once. Like the forgetting of investigators calling the crossfire. Bisa nggak oke-nya nggak usah dikasih lihat? Nggak tahu. We use them to find out what it is, but then we're going in. We should try to collect as many curse stones as we can before then. Let's hurry. Aye aye, boss. Masih lama ya, panjang. Later, it was reported that a total of 3 suspicious deaths were discovered that night. 3 suspicious deaths, so it's okay. One of them is yang dibunuh sama Namigaki kan? Satu lagi siapa? Nejima's tracks along with the curse was kept secret from the general public. However, the Honjo serial killings still made international headlines following the death of the police officer Hajime Yoshimi. At Susumi's request, a large-scale investigation was launched into Fumichika Nejima's whereabouts. Sutsumi and Arya themselves spent the rest of the night looking for conspirators in the area, but their search ended in vain. And with that, the curtain closed on the case now. 12 hours to sunset. Oh, masih lanjut. Oh, Mio! Mio, I'm so glad you're okay. You're still here. Lanjut dulu deh. Hajime Yoshi's death, Nejima's threat of mass murder. The problems just pile up, putting the detective goal of collecting all the crystals in jeopardy. Sutsumi leaves Arya to handle the investigation while he catch a quick break. Oh. 9 a.m. Tiba-tiba udah jam 6 aja, tadi masih jam 4 nggak sih? Dan bilang, oke ya masih di sini. Oh enggak ya? Oke, good. Sorry for the wait, boss. But I managed to get some information. Took you long enough. Oh, ini kita Hitomi kah? Forensic has finished the investigation and the body's been carried away. The site was still closing the plant to the public. It was for the time being. This place was really giving me the creeps last night. But it looks pretty normal now with the sunlight. Well, it covers off by the mess. Strange deaths popping up all over the place that may or may not have something to do with the curse. We also need to keep looking into Yosemite Niijima. For now, we better start following up on the few leads we've got. Okay. Guess I better see what Elias found out. He's been up all night getting information. Must be nice to be young and have that kind of energy. But I'm glad to have him on my side. It gave me a chance to rest up. Oh, I see. It's a good thing that Elio is here then. Things at the station looked pretty hectic, but I managed to get some info. Let me fill you in. Thanks, the floor is yours. Oh, a total of 3 mysterious deaths were confirmed in the area, including the one in this park. So let's start with that one, the young man we found here. Tapi aku kalau lihat Oki aku nggak bisa nggak tersenyum sedikit gitu ya. He's been identified as Shogo Okie, 25 years old, a regular all-office worker who worked around here. He died of asphyxiation due to water inhaled in the lungs. He drowned. He drowned in the middle of the park? That's not possible. It's gotta be a curse we're dealing with here. But that boss, isn't this park associated with one of the 7 mysteries too? Whispering Canal. That's right. It's the Whispering Canal. It does seem like there will be a link between a canal and that by drowning, don't you think? Sharp thinking, Elio. You're starting to get the hang of this. So, let's assume the other relative was next. For that, the body of a woman was found behind a residential complex in Kamizami. The victim has been identified as Tawako Hayashi, 29 years old. She was an office worker who lived on her own in the area. As for the cause of death, well, yes. The entirety of her body was crushed by some kind of strong external force. So this one is probably Namigaki. Something large, flat, and heavy that could have crushed her in one fell swoop. Hang on, are you saying she was stepped on? Meaning, what was you mentioned? Exactly, crushing the foot was your mentioned modus operandi. The place the body was discovered is also known to be relatively 7 mysteries. Then, is this Namiyaki's doing? Shit, I could use it. Judging by the amount of soul drugs, the victim was just a regular person, not a ghost body. Got it. And as for the third victim, Kohei Jonoji? A teacher at Komagata High was found in the school courtyard. Cause of death appears to be external trauma from a fall or heavy blow. A fall? No way. Yako-chan. Fatal fall? No, but she's home. That is a blunt object sih. Maybe something else. No, tapi Nejima kemungkinan yang di situ Nejima kan. Nejima tadi one sided trade dan itu kemungkinannya dipotong nggak sih? Mungkin dipotong-potong gitu. Because he said that chopping up gitu berarti. Since he was found in the middle of courtyard, he couldn't have fallen from the gymnasium or the main building. Ichiban School. And not just any school. Komagata House, one of the 7 mysteries. This one. It's too big of a coincidence. You can't rule out the possibility that this death was also the work of a curse. Ya, tapi false procession itu punya Yoko-chan. I see. Either way, it seems all three victims can be tied to some mysteries. There's probably a cursed battle at the center of it all, pulling the strings. But you've got a point. All the strange deaths, they point in one direction. That's right, and Hajime's case wasn't all that different either. He also died from mysterious cause and a place connected to the seven mysteries. Tapi dia matinya jantungan sih? Apa ya? Tapi ini sebelum Fist of Shadow, jadi nggak mungkin pakai curse. Oh, enggak sih? Iya nggak? Atau ada yang bisa bangkit duluan? Problem is the timing doesn't match up. He died before the curse were activated. Yeah. Could have been hit by a different curse. One that didn't have anything to do with the seven mysteries. That's a thought, but that were the case, we'd be dealing with a powerful practitioner. One who could pull off a curse like that without using a curse stone. Oh, so real sorcerer then. Bukan orang biasa. There aren't many people in this day and age who could do something like that. Oh, really? I see. I don't know too much about that stuff. I'd be more surprised if you did. Well, looking at the deaths, it seems like many of the cuts were acted last night. But we can rule out that there were more killings from which the bodies haven't been found. Bayangin ya, semalam, ada 3 orang yang mati karena cuts dan 3 orang itu dibunuh oleh 3 orang yang beda-beda gitu. Tapi malam di mana Okie hidup, 5 orang mati dan itu dibunuh sama orang yang sama Okie semua. Gila emang orang itu. Maybe it's a good thing that he died. Looking at this death, it sounds like many of the others, but we can't rule out there were more killings from which the bodies haven't been found. Oh, okay. Yes, I hadn't thought of that. But there's one silver lining. Judging by my own custom, it seems that the curse can be activated while the sun's out. Oh, good! Oh, that's a great news. So basically, we're safe during the daytime? Exactly. Also likely why Nejima devastated us. Ah, he must have known the customs couldn't be used during the day. Either way, we got the night watch to settle this. It's time we flush out the other curse barrels. Aye, boss. Let's do this. Ini udah jam 9 loh. Menuju, misalkan nightfall nih jam 6 gitu. Berarti kita cuma punya 9 jam lagi. Soal curse barrel Namigaki, Arashi, Nejima. Oh iya benar. Tapi kalau yang aku tahu kan berarti Namigaki, Arashi, Nejima, Susumi, Yakuchan. Haruesan. 3 lagi berarti. Whispering Canal ada kan, tapi gak tahu di mana ya. Sekarang ada di tangan siapa ya? It might be Takumi. Yang belum kelihatan dari kemarin adalah Taiko no Sugaru dan Beckoning Light ya. Bisa ini oke ya, terus dicuri. Ini Yako, nggak tahu. Ini Harue, ini Sutsumi, ini nggak tahu. Ini Namigaki, ini Nejima. Ini Arashi, Araishi ya. Ini apa 21? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hah? Ada yang ke 10? Oke. Good job. Non-curse bearer ini ya, tapi ini kan si Sumisan nggak tahu ya ini yang dua. Yako sama Haru. Dia tahunya cuma 1, 2, 3, 4. Oke. We better figure out who the remaining 5 are quickly. How should we go about looking for them? There's no point in searching blindly without a lead. Let's focus on other things for now. Tracking down Nejima may lead us to the other curse bearers too. Either way, he should be our top priority. We could do some real damage if we don't get him. I also want to look a little more into Yoshimi. I got the feeling there's some connection there. Yoshimi Hajime? Aye, boss. Sounds like we've got our work cut out for this. Yeah, benar. I heard about that. I was trying to determine whether it really was a suicide. Looking into the height of the building, the force of the impact, her wounds, all that. Must have expected some kind of foul play. I see all that for full investigation. But it already been deemed suicide and his superior told him not to go stirring things up. Why? What was the evidence? Well, according to the report I found on his desk last night, the body was found at the foot of a building, a ways away from the road. There was no evidence of vehicular collision, so it was ruled a suicide. But he thought there were more to it. A truck or other flat-faced vehicle traveling at high speeds could have inflicted similar damage. Wah, ya juga ya. Oh ya kan? Kok di sana bilang itu accident? It could be traffic accident. Wah, jadi kepental kan sampai jauh? Kan lewat jalanan. In other words, sometimes a traffic accident can look an awful lot like a fall. So there's a chance that it wasn't a suicide. But what a terrible way to go. There were no brake marks on the road, meaning it would have been a hit and run. No brake marks? So, the driver nggak ngerem sama sekali gitu? But the vehicle couldn't have come out from a collision like that unscathed. Exactly, so I asked the traffic bureau to keep an eye out for any vehicle with frontal damage. But I haven't heard back from them yet. I don't think they're looking very hard. We've got no proof. Sorry, notifku bikin kaget, astaga. It's possible that someone silenced Yoshimi because he was on the force of discovering the truth. That's true. You think the driver is the one who did him in? Not quite. Yoshimi had already talked to the forensic and the traffic bureau then. His death wouldn't have covered things up. You're right on that. Even if the suicide was a cover-up for hit and run, it doesn't seem like enough reason to kill a cop. Oh, that's right. Unrelated, but I got something else too. I managed to get a hold of Michio Serai's address. Yoshimi wondered a bunch over the course of his investigation. Might be a good idea for us to drop by too. Good thinking. Hopefully, that will give us some more leads. Remember the girl Yoshimi met the day he died? Oh yeah, he told me aku dah. Well, they have got parents' information, but when I called, they said they hadn't heard from her in a month. In a month? Lots of family issues, from the sound of it. They even said they didn't want anything to do with her anymore. Let's say she still goes to school once in a while, so we might be able to find her there. Not sure we really have the time for a stakeout right now. But she could be a key witness. Can we have community safety track her down for us? We can ask, but it might be tricky to get it done today. The status, Komagata High School is closed today. Because of the teacher that died. That's right. Alright, but if it's not something we can do today, we might have to forget about it. Let's move on then. Yoshimi's fiance, Mayu Chozawa, 27 years old, beautician. I haven't managed to get a picture of her. She's really a beauty. But, oh boy, here it comes. But what? Community safety hasn't been able to contact us since Yoshimi died. Not by phone or at the house. Eh? In other words, no response. Just silence. There it is. Can't things just be easy for once? She is beautiful, wow. Mayu Chozawa. Nah. It's definitely starting to look suspect. Crime of passion perhaps? Ya kalau dia nggak bisa ditemukan, dia bisa dicurigai itu. It is fairly common for people to be killed by a lover or spouse. But Yoshi knows well like, and they've been together for over 10 years. You never know, things could be different behind closed doors. I guess so. But we'll have to consider the opposite scenario too. It could be that the same person who was out for Yoshimi is after the fiance as well. She could be in danger. You're right. Either way, she's important to the case. HQ already has people looking for her. We'll know as soon as she's found, okay? STQ has mobilized a search unit for Nejima. But so far we haven't received any word. Gak bisa apa nanya ke well, bisa nanya ke ini nih, apa sih yang orang yang meng-assign tiap ex konflik itu kemana-mana. Mungkin pasti kan mereka tahu mereka naruh Nejima itu kerja di mana dan juga kayak data apa namanya nama palsunya gitu asisten itu siapa apa juga pasti mereka tahu kan. Apparently he vacated his last name address a week ago. A week ago. I checked in where the factory was working at. The factory? They told me he was only there for a month before he quit. Oh my god. You're telling me nobody caught that? Well, I had the same thought, so I spoke to his probation office. Turns out he'd been doing house visits and interviews, but never bothered checking on his workplace. Dengar ya, sebenarnya tadi itu, kemarin itu, aku tuh sempat komplain gitu kayak, why would the government assign an ex-convict who kills high school girl in a school? Ternyata aslinya dia di factory dan dia pindah gitu. Berarti mana tadi? Oh no. Ini ya. Ini kan. I mean kalau beneran dia Nejima. Tapi kayak bener nih. Misal berarti emang udah punya niat jahat gitu loh. Dia masuk ke sekolah. Oh my god. Sama sekali nggak ada niat buat orang ini. He also said he'd lost track of Nejima when he moved to a new place. Geez, that's just sloppy. I've heard that they're giving parole to just about anyone these days because they're running out of room in the prisons. Which also means there aren't enough probation officers to go around. This is probably overworked. So, Nejima got to fuck about unsupervised? God damn it. That asshole is annoyingly good at faking remorse or insanity. Whatever the situation calls one. Back when I lost him, all those years ago, just talking to him left a bad taste in my mouth. He's probably hiding under a false name, which will make it hard to track him down. That explains why he so brazenly made contact. That asshole is mocking us. Well, for now, the paperwork to circulate his name and mugshot is being filed. It's gonna take way too long. We only have until dusk. That's true, we only have until dusk. Speaking of Nejima, did you manage to reach out to your daughter? It is best to put her into protective custody as soon as possible. Not yet. I can't reach her. No, daughter, where are you? They called, but she's not picking up. Wasn't home when they went to the house either. That's no good. Does that mean she's never came home? And why wouldn't you the one trying to reach her? Shut up. I don't have her contact info, alright? Huh? Papa! Yang bener aja. Damn, she really doesn't trust you, huh? Either way, I told her mother that it was an emergency and that we'd send an officer to find her and get her to safety. It was too late. She was really reluctant, but I got her to agree. But if you, her former father, can't find her, how the hell did Nejima do it? Foreman, huh? That got deep. Yikes, sorry. It just kind of slip out. Rio, ya bener aja. Kamu nih emang kalau ngomong suka. Anyways, I suspect it has something to do with his curse echo. So his curse echo can find people? Back on topic already, huh? He said his curse could kill a lot of people in a short time. It may even allow him to act from a distance. I see. The one-sided read? What was that story about again? Something about a man stalking a woman who goes inside and chops her up. Alright. One of the more gruesome of the 7 mysteries. A man stalking a woman goes insane and chops her up. Tomezo. Okoma. Eh? And that's about it. Shall we continue our investigation? We could go to Komagata High School to look into Hitomi Okuda, or Michio Shiraise's house to find out more about her. But Elio, there's a problem. I am kinda tired today. Okay, so I think I'm going to end this for today. Sampai sini aja, soalnya aku agak lelah hari ini. Aku ingin tidur. Bukan ingin, aku harus tidur cepat. Aku nggak mau sakit. Siap dulu. Oke, lumayan lah ya, lumayan. Ya, lumayan. Udahan dulu hari ini. Ternyata Nejima Masih nggak tahu kenapa tadi percakapan antara Nijima dan Susumisan rada-rada kenapa ya, I don't know, that's strange. Ada serius enggak serius menyeramkan, tapi ada bagian-bagian yang bikin aku mikir kalau itu rada lucu juga. Dan ternyata Okiya beneran mati ya, ya berarti ini beneran rute timeline dimana Okiya mati ya, dimana pas si Yoko kayak lagi panik-panik gitu, terus dia bilang Yoko Yuk, terus Yokonya sadar dan dia nganterin Yoko pulang. Gak nganterin sih, tapi kayak dipanggilin taksi. Kamyu, wah Renka, halo Renka, aku mau udahan. Renka apa kabar, halo. Baru pulang kemah, capek sama aku udah capek. Lo mau udahan? Iya real, aku capek hari ini banyak kerjaan. Oke, harus tidur cepatnya. Kemah dari mana Renka? Kok tiba-tiba kemah? Besok libur lah, iya besok libur. Padahal hari ini misalkan kayak karena besok libur mungkin bisa agak lama kali ya, tapi kayak aku nggak kuat deh. Aku udah ngantuk. Jadi aku mau udahan. Ini kemah acara tahunan sih. Oh, keren ya. Ternyata kamu main outdoor sih ya. Oh, kira kita sama. Ternyata enggak. Oke, iya tidur well, thank you. Nah, juga baru pulang padahal. Ranka juga baru pulang kan, berarti ya bilang ini saatnya kita tidur. Biasanya sama cuman terpaksa aja itu. Siapa yang maksa emang? Tapi kadang emang kayak gitu sih, kalau temen kita tiba-tiba emang ada yang suka ikut acara kayak gitu, kadang kita terpaksa ikut gitu kan, kayak ya nemenin gitu. Ya pengalaman baru lah tentang orang-orang seperti itu, mungkin Ranka nggak akan ngerasain kemah setahun sekali. Begitupun dengan aku, mungkin aku nggak akan keluar rumah sebulan sekali. Orang di atas tuh pasti yang memaksa. Oke. Berarti itu kayak power harassment gitu. Well, it's okay. Asalkan kau menikmatinya. Ya lah, kalau begitu saatnya aku tidur. Terima kasih semuanya sudah mampir. Thank you Bla dan Renka sudah ngechat. Hari ini gak ada yang serem-serem ya, cuma rada mikir aja. Mungkin karena mikir makanya aku capek. Aku tiba dan nyenyak, tentu saja aku bernyak. Mungkin aku capek juga karena selalu sampai hampir jam 3 ya yang kemarin. Soalnya seru, jadi gak usah berhenti. Oke, sudah kalau begitu. Terima kasih semuanya. Good night, bye-bye.